What the f is that, dude? So, is that what I think it is? Yeah, dude, that's to protect him from witchcraft-based incidents.
There's nothing on.
He's watching the free intro that plays on those hospital TV systems and going, oh man.
I thought I was gonna meet Pokimane. I thought I was gonna meet the girl of my dreams, but was it true?
Is that mother? Yeah, that must be his mother. Oh, money's a bit tight for Mumsy. Oh, that's horrible. That is genuinely man. Shelbo, crazed Pokimane stalker that I have covered extensively, has made a movie. And I believe this is the first movie of a series that he's going to be doing. Okay? And this movie is about, it's called, I'll just show you. It's called Shelby Jacobs the Movie Part 1, The Hospital Experience. And someone pointed this out yesterday, and I thought it was actually quite a good observation, right? Because we've obviously covered the Innuendo Studio stuff recently, and he claimed that he had a bad back and therefore wasn't able to make content. Yet Shelbo is locked away in some sort of hospital psych ward or something, absolutely riddled with schizophrenia, okay, losing his mind, falsely believing he's in a relationship with Pokimane, whilst claiming that people are using witchcraft to put shit in his pants, and he is still putting out content. Like, as much as we laugh at him and mock him and stuff, he does have actually quite a good work ethic, to be fair to the guy. So, you know, I obviously, as someone that has, I mean, essentially A-logged this guy at this point. I mean, I've covered this guy quite extensively. I think it's only fair that we check out his latest effort, which is this movie. And we'll see what he's got. We'll see what it looks like. So, I present to you, ladies and gentlemen, Shelby Jacobs, the movie Part 1, The Hospital Experience.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. So this movie is basically based off of my life and what I went through as a content creator, streamer, even flying out to California, becoming homeless, not knowing where my next meal was going to come from. But things changed over the few months that I've been here. So come with me on this journey. The story of Shelby Jacobs. So this day basically begins like any other day that we've had. So basically, guys, you know what? Let me be honest. I am not exactly a person that likes to stay still. I'm a person that likes to do different things, do pretty much work all the time. And basically, you know what?
Okay, sorry, I got distracted there. Wait, hang on, I'm missing this. Wait, what the fuck is that, dude? So, is that what I think it is? That's if you piss yourself. That's if you soil yourself, I believe. Is that right, dude? Yeah, dude, that's to protect him from witchcraft-based incidents.
Money off depressed people.
Hey, thank you very much for the super chats. We need a basically counter. Wow, thank you for the super chats. So he needs protection from witchcraft-based psychic attacks that end up with shit being put in his bed, in his pants. So that's why he's got that on. Okay. The thing is, okay, let's just be serious for a second, right? What is it that actually makes him, you know, soil himself? Is there something about being schizophrenic or the medication or something that leads you to be incontinent? Because although he's obviously mentally ill, I would have thought he'd be able to get up in the night if he needed to and use the bathroom or use the toilet, no? Demons. No, I'm trying to be serious. Obviously he says it's witchcraft, but I'm guessing there is some sort of actual medical reason that he does that. Diabetes meds, is that possible? Okay. Okay. Right. Interesting. I don't know if he's got IBS. Maybe he does, but you know, it's just, yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
Like any other day that we've had. So basically, guys, you know what? Let me be honest. I am not exactly a person that likes to stay still. I'm a person that likes to do different things, do pretty much work all the time. And basically, you know what? This is pretty much a job that the nurses are supposed to be doing, but you know.
Hey! Thank you for the super chats. Happy Father's Day. He's diabetic. Yes, he's diabetic. He had a problem with his foot, basically. So his foot got all infected and fucked up because he's had some sort of diabetic issue, which I'm guessing is probably related to him not being able to take medication and stuff when he's homeless. So yes, he's definitely diabetic.
You know what? If I can do it myself, I pretty much might as well do it. But guys,
hey, see, bro, do you know what I mean about work ethic? As long as he's not shit himself, he's quite happy to make his own bed. He's a grafter. He's a grafter. He's always moving forward. Look at him.
this is my story. This is my journey. I'm a content creator, streamer, and
look at him.
Ever since I got here in February 2nd of 2025, it has been an uphill battle and an uphill journey. But you know what, guys? I'm gonna make it. Times were tough. Things were hard.
I am a content creator.
It wasn't impossible. And I'm here to let you guys know that even if you start at the bottom, now I'm here. Started from the bottom, now I'm here. Guys, I was in and out of hospitals.
What was that? Was that him there? Or was it his voiceover?
Started from the bottom, now I'm here. Guys, I was in...
That was him here, I think, while he's making his bed. He's getting communicated with via witchcraft or something. Okay.
In and out of hospitals every single night to make sure I had a place to stay and a place to sleep. So guys, letting you know, if you are on the streets, hospitals are a great place to sleep at night, to get care, and to get help.
Dude, he's giving advice as well. If you're homeless, consider trying to get into hospital because you get a night of care. He's got it figured out. Also, right, you're laughing. If you live in California, you're paying for this. Your tax dollars are paying for this guy's fucking stay. He's got no fucking money. Guessing he's got no fucking meaningful no meaningful support. You know, maybe there's some sort of like federal Obamacare type thing you might be getting, the state might be getting. But I'm pretty sure that a lot of like California's benefits for these kinds of people are paid for by like state taxes, right? And it shows as well. Dude, when I was in California, right, I was purchased something, and on the price ticket it showed a certain thing, and I got there, and the price went up, and I was thinking, what? It's because they had a bunch of fucking taxes on. A bunch of crazy taxes get added to what you're buying when you're in California. It's crazy. And now I've realised why.
Okay,
because Shelbo's got to have a hospital bed for the night.
Off depressed people?
Ridiculous.
I believe some neurologic tests need parts of the body to be numbed and that can cause poopage, you know. Wow. I had tested done as a kid for night terrors and they told me I might dookie myself, lol.
Thank you, Toasted Foolery, for the $10. Very generous. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Just slowly getting his bed ready. Lovely. Having a little sit down. Been a busy morning. He's just getting into bed. Whoa, careful, Shelbs. Keep your dignity. We don't need to be seeing that.
That's wonderful.
Watch
But
it.
how do I make money off depressed people?
Unreal became a member. Unreal celebrates 2 months of membership. Gee guys, isn't Shelbo cringe? No shut up about commentary drama. The optics are bad. American taxes are the real content.
Thank you, Unreal, for the membership. Having a little look at his TV.
Water.
Ice or no ice?
No ice.
So it's my pleasure to welcome you to prison. If this is your first
Wait. This is just like a intro video for the hospital. Wait, what? He's just watching the intro video to the hospital. This is like the free video that plays. It just talks about the hospital. Before you have to pay for this, I'm imagining, right?
Uh,
What did he say about it?
Can I get you a nail?
water.
Ice or no ice?
No ice.
Oh, he's getting water. He's getting water. Okay.
my pleasure to welcome you to prison. If this is your first hospital visit, you may have concerns about it, such as
There's nothing on.
He's watching the free intro that plays on those hospital TV systems and going, oh man, nothing to watch. Well, yeah, put on a TV channel rather than the basic intro and you'll probably be finding something to watch, bro. That is ridiculous. He's a modern day De Niro, true. A lot of acting in that there.
Oh well. I guess I'll just sit here and just think.
Oh,
There's definitely been a lot going on. And you know what? It's okay. Because I know with God, I'm going to make it. Ever since February 2nd, 2025, when I came out here, paid
Okay, that's
almost
wonderful. But how do
$500
I
plane
make
ticket.
money off depressed people?
Patients like Shelbo are actually an icebreaker
Hey.
from some of the more difficult schizo-affected patients. Polite and amendable, no wonder he gets in.
Spence Howard, thank you for the super chats. Appreciate it. Also, we got a comment here. When the kidneys can't reabsorb all the sugar correctly, urination helps eliminate much of the glucose from the body. Sounds like he hasn't been managing his diabetes well. Right, okay. So it could be piss. And then we got Science Direct here. Association between schizophrenia and urinary incontinence. No way. It's actually a thing. It does sound like the shit in his pants was quite rare because he only mentioned that once. But this could also be... Look. Urinary incontinence in the schizophrenia group was 1.78-fold higher. Male patients with schizophrenia were more susceptible to urinary incontinence. And I trust it because look at these names. Wen Yu Su, Ching Sung Mu, Zhu Ping Ma, Cha Hong Kao. Okay. So there we go, guys. Diabetes and or schizophrenia.
Basically, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I was going to meet Pokimane. I thought I was going to meet the girl of my dreams, but was it true? I don't know. And now I'm in a hospital. I have been in and out of hospitals since I've gotten here. But you know what? It's a place to stay for the night.
Yes, Shelbo. It's scripted.
You know what? Let me call my nurse.
The care team has been called.
Oh, he's bringing another character.
Yes, I need my nurse.
What do you need?
I need to discuss about what's going on.
Okay, I listen now, okay?
I need to discuss about what's going on.
Hopefully they don't take too long. Can't believe I'm in the hospital again. Ever since I've been here, nowhere to sleep, nowhere to go. But you know what? I'm making it. I'm surviving.
Hey! Oh, by the way, guys, don't forget to check if you're playing Marvel because you really want to support the stream. If you did the daily objective yesterday, don't forget to log back in today and do them again because then you hit 2 days, and then you could also hit 5 days as well, and that also helps me out. So please consider checking your daily objectives every day. Thank you.
I know I'm in here, but maybe I could find out what's actually going on. All these hospital gowns. Okay, shouldn't be complaining, but gotta be careful. Ah!
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
What is that he's got there?
Psychosis drastically increases metabolic issues such as diabetes. It's also a very powerful sedative. You mightn't wake to public toilet emoji.
Thank you, Spencer, for the super chats. Is that like a hospital cracker or something? Little snack.
Well, I guess I'll eat something while I wait for the nurse.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's just a cracker. Just a cracker. Shelbo just munching on crackers while he waits. Dude, the audio's
so good. Man.
Hey, Mr. Creeper.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Doing okay.
What's going on? How are you feeling?
A lot better.
Better?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you for coming to see me.
Right, I'm a bit worried, dude.
All right. I guess I better go get some sleep.
Bit of water. Not too much, Shelb. You might piss yourself. Watch out. What the fuck is this? It's just drinking water. He's literally just having a little sip of water there. Wow, what a shot. And the whole thing as well. I mean, I personally would question the necessity of showing someone drinking, if you are going to show them, the entirety of them drinking the cup, when you could probably just show a shot of them sipping it and that would be enough. But clearly I don't understand the, you know, the Scorsese-esque moves that Shelbo is making here. Okay, scroll it to the camera. Okay, it's like coming up on 20 to 8. Okay.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Go on, Chud. This amazing content deserves a like.
Very true. Thank you, Flip Flop, for the super chats. I'll give it a like. And don't forget to give me a like as well, guys, okay? Okay, let's just... Yes, there we go. Perfect. I don't want to see any surprises. We don't want any BBC Juniors knocking about the place, okay? There we go. I'm assuming it's YouTube safe. He's having to lay down, okay? So he's going off to sleep, I guess. Perfect. Okay. Oh. Oh no, he's settling in. He's settling in. Again, probably could have been edited down. Wait, is it?
And we'll get Irene and stuff to come change all this.
Okay.
Wait, what happened there? Is that some sort of editing glitch? Because he was walking and then it... But it was the same shot, wasn't it?
And we'll get Irene and stuff to come change all this.
Okay.
To change all this. Has he got the tail end of the nurse telling him that he shit himself again? Is that what's happening there? Is it shit or piss? Take your pick.
You swallowed that water?
Mm.
Oh.
Whoa. Okay, we're good, we're good. Oh, we're getting another water shot.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off
Excellent.
depressed people?
My mother's cared for a lot of people like this as a nurse. Patients like Shelbo are nice to have, drunkard old, creepy men like Tommy are nightmarish.
Thank you very much, Spencer Howard, for the super chats. Another full gulp. Another full-on gulp he's showing us there. Perfect.
Alright, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, I'll borrow this arm over here.
Yeah, I never knew you could shoot so many angles of drinking water. Yes.
1, 2, 3.
That must be his insulin, I guess. Yeah. That's there's witchcraft in his insulin. Watch out. Oh, is he mic'd there? I think that's the mic there, I think. So that's why...
Do you need anything else right now?
More water.
Yeah, sure. Ice water or a regular?
Regular.
We'll leave after that.
Okay.
Oh! Oh, that was actually quite a good shot. Hey! Hey! Go on, Shelbs. That's decent.
Hello? Yes, is this dietary? Yes. This is Shelby Jacobs. Yes, room 11. Yes, 10/31/1991. Yes, there's a few things that I like to...
10/31/1991. Is that his date of birth? Has he just... Wait. 1991. How old is he then? He's in his mid-30s. Wait. This guy's in his mid-30s. What? No way, dude. No way, dude. There's no way this guy's in his mid-30s, is there? That's absurd. How does he look? Why does he look like... I thought blacks didn't crack. He's younger than I am. Unbelievable. That is his date of birth, right? What else could those series of numbers be? Schizophrenia and diabetes really fucks you up, doesn't it? Myth busted.
order for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah, let's start with breakfast. I'd like French toast, syrup. Yes, gotta have some syrup. 2 strips of bacon, frosted flakes, or maybe the off-brand version, the corn flakes, and some milk. And okay, you got that? Okay, good. So for
Dude.
lunch, I would like...
Bro, he is really going all in with this fucking hospital bed for the night to get cared for shit, isn't he? He's getting himself a little feast for breakfast. By the way, if you're in California, your tax dollars are paying for his frosted flakes. This whole Shelbo stuff is kind of turning me into a bit of a conservative with this stuff, I must say. Normally I'm all for the welfare state. But seeing people like this get fucking, you know, these insane handouts are making me question that.
Like a double portion of beef stroganoff and egg noodles with two starry drinks and vanilla wafers. Okay, good. And for dinner, maybe a pepperoni pizza.
What?
Yeah, and vanilla wafers as well, and starry drink as well for that one. Got that? All right, thank you.
Bro, also, one thing I am noticing about this is that American hospitals are totally different to UK hospitals, right? How it works in the UK is you get a bunch of fucking, you know, slop dumped in front of you to eat, right? It's like kind of a bit shit. Whereas this, you're like custom ordering pepperoni pizza. I don't think anyone was on the line, but I think it probably, like, Shelbo is very serious about getting it right. So I'm imagining that probably is a reflection of the conversation that he had. I don't think he's trolling. Is he? Hang on, wait. He's trolling you, an idiot. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I overestimated American hospitals then. Dude, I just thought that's what American hospitals are like. You phone up and I'll have a pepperoni pizza, please. Because of how fucking stuffed full of cash they are.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
How do we get to Pokimane's cookies? True. Oh, no. No!
What a day. Okay, now I'm just sitting, waiting for breakfast.
Bro, what a day. All he's done is phoned up and ordered his food for the day. What do you mean, what a day?
Money off depressed people. Okay, that's wonderful. But
thank you, Spencer, for the super chats. Chud getting sucked into the psychosis mind wave, true. And Euro, it's not like that in normal hospital. They usually give you a choice of like 3 things for each meal. Okay, I'm a retard. I accept it, yes. I was a retard just then.
Let me at least wash my face a little bit. Thank you.
Would you like the tray over there?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what has he got here? This is going to be the big test. So what is that there? Is that frosted flakes I can see? I don't know. I can't really read it properly. That's the milk. And this is breakfast. Pizza's for dinner, apparently. He's going to show us, I'm sure.
It's finally here.
Oh.
God is great. God is good. Thank you for all our food. Amen. Thank God.
So either he's filmed it knowing what's on the menu and doing it as a bit, and I'm getting trolled and I'm a retard, or he is in fact custom ordered his meal.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Stafrex became a member. Stafrex celebrates 26 months of membership, not a buzzkill, but this is likely a delusion. Shelbo manifested reality, gotta be black magic. Hospitals boot you typically when uninsured.
Thank you, Tofra, for the membership.
It's my bacon. Aw.
Oh, the bacon. Yeah, you're right. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm retarded. There's no bacon there. There's no bacon. You're right. I'm an idiot. I accept my L. I think that is French toast, isn't it?
Hey,
Hey,
are you cool to take the meds now?
yes.
Just because your blood pressure was so high earlier, I just want to make sure.
Oh, I just started eating.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Do you normally take it after?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's make sure I have something on my stomach.
Yeah, so it doesn't hurt your. Okay, so I'll be back then. Okay, maybe
Okay.
in like 5-ish minutes.
Okay.
Okay, see you in a few.
Okay.
Dude, diabetes and high blood pressure are like, bro, your baby's gonna be dead in like fucking 10 years, man. Because he's not gonna be able to sustain the treatment of his conditions, is he? Yes, he's diabetic. Yes. Yes. He's totally fucked. I would have thought also if he's diabetic, he'd be on like a more sugar-controlled diet. But he's just, yeah, exactly. He's got like all this syrup on there, which is just going to be complete sugar-filled stuff, right? I'll go to his funeral. Oh, there he goes. Oh, God, he's all on his hands, dude. Use the fucking knife and fork, bro. Okay, he's done with that now. Lovely.
Okay, that's
out.
wonderful. But
Move
how
that out of
do
the
I
way.
make money off depressed people?
You know what? This is still more entertaining than yesterday's lead-haired video. I'm not lying to you. If this is an M. Night movie, like a fool, I'd still watch it.
Thank you, Vinyl, for the 420.
Whew. Okay. Now for the flakes corn.
There's the Frosted Flakes. The milk. This is, we saw the preview of this where he pours the milk in, didn't we? There it is. The slow, dude, he's doing the slow-mo pouring, man. He's obviously like envisioned this as a cinematic shot. Because other movies do slow motion stuff, right? That must be what it is. The money shot. Absolute cinema.
Mmm. Oh, this is good.
Yeah, there is a
Exactly.
longer cut of that somewhere.
Well, let's see, here it is. I spent today $131.98.
Yeah, that's not hard to do anymore.
And what's left on my card? $127.18.
Is that mother? Yeah, that must be his mother. Oh, money's a bit tight for Mumsy. Oh, that's horrible. That is genuinely fucked, man. Hopefully it's payday soon. Because that is a pretty dire situation to be in. About $100 left for however long until the next paycheck comes in. And obviously Shelbo's not doing anything to support her, is he? Maybe unless this movie starts popping off. Probably on EBT. Yeah, she's probably on EBT. It's probably fine.
So you know the stamps came in today, right?
Yeah, mine.
Also, dude, that's another good point as well. She's giving him money and he's sending it to scammers, bro. Also, on top of that as well, he has made some money off of making content. He did a sponsorship. He also has got donations from people. But I would imagine that none of that has gone to Mumsy and all of it has gone to the fucking Pokimane scammer that was pretending to be Pokimane to convince him that he's in a relationship with her.
Came in as well.
Yeah. You're telling me you're on the fifth too.
Yeah.
Speaking of EBT, did you know that Uber Eats accepts EBT and Snap now? That sounds ridiculous. I don't believe that. That's absurd. If that's happened, that's a product of Uber Eats like lobbying the government. I don't think that's true though.
So I had to get my fruits and vegetables, my meats, canned good, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And this time, Shelby, I had to get my ice cream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, to be hang on, wait, slow down. Hang on. You guys are missing out an important piece of the puzzle here. Okay? It is true that Uber Eats accepts Snap. However, the part that you've missed out is it's for grocery delivery, not for takeout delivery from the looks of it.
I had to get Napoleon. I also had to get some more Clorox dish detergent, all the usual stuff I need.
Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Uber Eats delivers everything now. It's pretty cool. They'll even pick up
Thank
your
you.
parcel. You can even order a Pros. Oops, wrong app.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Many people on these programs might legitimately not be able to afford a car, and public transit in food deserts is often crap. This is an okay compromise.
Yeah, there's literally no problem with this.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Steve in chat.
Thank you very much, Kibyosh, for the super chat. There is no problem with this. The only reason you're upset by this is because you don't like EBT, which is fine.
To Chud Nation.
Best get some this money.
Spectre Dave, thank you for the tier 1 sub, appreciate it. Which is fine, but your problem is then with the program, not with it being on Uber Eats. Uber Eats is just a mechanism by which to deliver it. And there's nothing wrong with using Uber Eats or any service like that. It's doing it outside of your means. And I would agree, if you could order from restaurants on these programs with EBT, that would be stupid. And I would disagree with that. Thank you, Kerbiosh. Yo, Kerbiosh, let's go. Thank you.
And something to wash the clothes with. That's all the time on the list.
Yep.
Until I can afford to earn.
You don't ban people? No, because I don't like banning people. Even though I say it sometimes. I don't like doing it, okay? I'd rather have a disagreeing chat than a echo chamber. Even if you annoy me sometimes.
Get a big thing of cars.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was able to get like a medium size.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Those who interrupt the segments with donations.
True, Kibyosh, thank you.
$2 off the dip one, and the dip one was $4 or something.
Right.
So I should have got it. Then I had to get some more lotion and another deodorant.
As you're from the UK, does that mean you think people on universal credit should be banned from using takeaways or buying tobacco? No, I don't think so. But my belief is you should have a cash payment. But America doesn't work as a cash payment, right? They have obviously structured it and set it up on the basis that you've got it. You can use that for certain things, and it's all going to be like economically determined and considered as this is what it's supposed to be used for and budgeted accordingly. The problem with then allowing that to be used to purchase other items.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how
Thank
do I
you
make
for the super
money
chats.
off depressed people?
Effort chat, we hitting that goal.
The problem for me is that then isn't accounted for within however the fuck
Okay,
the
that's
budgeting
wonderful.
works for
But how
for
do
these
I make
systems.
money
But I
off
think a
depressed
cash
people?
system is better.
Oh, wow.
Switching to that would be better, and I think that's backed up by studies and shit. If you give people cash, I think it's cheaper. I think people are happier. I think there's a whole bunch of research that shows people are. But this off the top of my head, so don't take my fucking word for it. But I'm pretty sure that a cash system generally works better.
Okay, that's
Yes.
wonderful. But how
Cash
do I
payment,
make
correct,
money
yes.
off depressed people?
Wow.
But I don't know the ins and outs of the fucking EBT system. I think if you could switch it to a cash thing and people could choose what they want to purchase, fine. But obviously, within the system as it exists, you probably couldn't have it where you just are allowed to purchase fucking takeouts and shit like that, Cash payments won't go on drugs. Okay. So obviously, there's always going to be a portion of people that use it for bad things, right? That is going to happen. But you guys have got a very retarded concept of like poor people, and you think that en masse they're going to be going out and just buying booze and alcohol and shit like that, right? But most people that are on these programs, they use what they've got to purchase the things they need to feed themselves and their family. Yes, there's a minority of people who will always fuck about and like use it excessively or unnecessarily for drugs, alcohol, etc., right? But I don't even necessarily think, obviously within reason, you shouldn't obviously spend significant amounts of your benefits on booze and cigarettes, right? But, a little bit is okay. Like, if someone's on benefits, is it a problem if they go and buy a fucking 4-pack on one Friday night a month? Like, I don't really think so, no. I don't think that's a problem, Like, obviously, if they're doing it to excess, that's bad, and you shouldn't do that. But a 4-pack a month is whatever, So, yeah. When I was a cashier, the EBT was almost exclusive use for smokes and beers. Well, here's an interesting point about that, actually, right? You don't know what you're talking about. Well, explain what I'm getting wrong here, exactly. When I went to America for TwitchCon, someone that I was there with had like a Snap card or something like that, right? But they were also getting an income. So, they would just like use the EBT as almost like a sort of getting some soda or something like that. Like it wasn't what they needed necessarily, but it was basically like free money. And they would just purchase things that were within the Snap or EBT system as like a sort of luxury or something like that. So I do wonder if there's this issue where there's other means of income or other sources of income that people are getting, and then they're using EBT, to get whatever luxuries they can because it's like free extra money that they don't necessarily need. But yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money?
How does giving
off
cash
depressed
fix that?
Chud, do you like Red Bull?
Thank you for the $5. Yes, I do like Red Bull. Well, I'm not saying that cash fixes that problem. What I'm pointing out is that it's likely that if someone is using the EBT, like, okay, people need to eat food to survive, right? If you don't eat food, you starve to death. You can't survive drinking booze and smoking cigarettes. So if people are predominantly using EBT for booze and cigarettes because it's possible, would that not suggest that they're somehow feeding themselves by another means? What could that means be? What could that means possibly be? Well, maybe they've got cash that they're using to purchase food and they use EBT as like a sort of, to get booze and fags on. Oh, sorry. That's okay to say that in the UK. I'm allowed to say that, okay? Thank you. Yes, okay, I'll do another go. Sorry. Sorry, I meant to say cigarettes. It's okay, I can say it here. Mask off moment.
Wonderful.
It means cigarettes.
How do I make money off depressed people?
Gold.
It means cigarette. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. So, I mean, the thing to bear in mind is, just to be clear, I don't know how much your EBT is calculated as, right? But what I would say is that having a system that takes into account whatever income you've got.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Gold.
Thank you, Kiberish, for the $5. I've reset it now. It should be reset. Rather than having this system and mechanism where you've got this like EBT card that has a certain amount and you can spend in a certain fashion, right? I just think take into account what someone's income is and reasonably assign to them a payment that allows them to meet their basic needs. And that's probably a better, more efficient and easier way of doing it. That's my belief. Something along those lines. Now, I don't have it all to hand because this is like an offhand, off-fucking-topic thing. But I'm like 90% sure that studies that have been performed on countries that give cash payments,
Okay, that's wonderful.
rather
But how do
than
I make money
this
off
fucking
depressed
cards
people?
ABT
Happy
system
Father's Day. Get
is
some
beneficial.
chicken with the Dono money. We all like chicken here. Yeah. Wow.
Thank you for the $10. Thank you. The issue is you report the income to them yourself. If you take cash tips, says a waitress or stripper, you don't declare most of your tips as income. Well, then that's fraud. That's benefit fraud, and it needs to be illegal and dealt with. I mean, we have obviously benefit fraud over here as well, where people don't declare what they earn. I just, you know, if you disagree with me, that's fine. You don't have to agree that this is absolutely the best way to do it, right? But the basic point that I'm making is you do have a very retarded perception of individuals if you think that they get their EBT,
Okay, that's
they
wonderful.
get, and that's
But
all
how
they
do I
have,
make
and they go and
money
waste it all
off
on
depressed people?
cigarettes
SNAP
and
eligibility
booze.
requires a household income at or below 130% of the federal poverty level, about $2,800 per month. New cuts and work rec proposed.
Thank you, Toby, with super
Okay,
chats.
that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Most welfare recipients are low income, not unemployed. A
Thank
cash
you for the
system is
super
cheaper
chats.
with measurably better outcomes across countries and cultures.
See, Clive the Frog, you're exactly the kind of retard that I'm talking about that says I'm wrong. But then you've got this absolutely insane perception, right? That if you start giving cash... So, hang on a second, right? So someone in chat just said, oh, all the EBT payments are on fucking booze and alcohol. And now you're saying, oh, but cash gets spent on booze and alcohol, but vouchers don't. Like, which is it then? Which is it? Because apparently in some places you can get fucking booze on EBT anyway. And also, you have got this insane perception that the majority or most people who are on benefits are all just wanting to go and buy booze and alcohol. Do you know poor people? Have you ever lived with, existed or known poor people, right? You've got like the conservative perception. You've watched like a bunch of conservative ads about poor people and you've taken it to heart and think they're all like that, right? Most people want to just eat food and live and exist. They don't just want to go spend it all on fucking booze and alcohol, but booze and fucking cigarettes and drugs. You're utterly retarded and you don't know what you're talking about, okay? You guys are so fucking dumb and you've got just a conservative perception of what like a poor person is like. The drug-addled freak at the side of the road. Yes, they exist. I'm not saying that they don't. But I'm saying that most people that rely on benefits, right? Normally it's that they've got, say, like a lower income and they need a bit of a top-up to help them exist. And they're not out there going, oh, I need to go and get a load of booze and alcohol with my benefits, right? Many of them are wanting to just purchase items that allow them to survive. You know, it's just when you live or have existed around people that are working class that haven't got much money, right? You see that they generally are quite diligent and quite efficient in how they spend their money in order to feed their families, right? I'm not saying that fucking scroungers and people that fuck about don't exist. Obviously they do. I know they do. But that doesn't represent most like people that rely on these sorts of benefits. So this idea that if you started giving them cash, right? That all of a sudden they'd be going and fucking wasting it all on booze and cigarettes and drugs. It's delusional and ridiculous. So I don't think that your retarded conservative perception that people that are on benefits just want to waste all their money on booze and cigarettes, I don't think that should prevent us from considering that maybe just switching to a cash system might be more beneficial. But anyway, that's my take on it. If you disagree, that's fine. We don't have to fucking, whatever. I just think that you need to, reconsider how you're viewing some of these people, because they're not quite as like retarded, drug-addled alcoholics as you think they are. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Because you're saying we can't give them cash, so because they'll spend it all on booze and cigarettes. But what if giving them cash ended up being cheaper for the state? Would that not be beneficial? If let's say, just for the sake of argument, that if cash payments were cheaper for the state, would you not support the state having a lower burden towards the welfare state if they could make it cheaper by paying it out in cash? Cash makes fraud. Okay. Well, yes, obviously there is going to be benefit fraud. I'm sure there's fraud with like the EBT system as well. But obviously then you punish people that commit fraud and you put them in prison if they do, or recover the money back.
So, oh Lord, they got that crawfish boil going on over here.
Oh.
They do it every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the crawfish boil.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't too much care for it.
No, I don't eat crawfish either.
I wonder what they're doing over there. They got a tent up for Sprite.
Sprite?
They're letting people try Sprite, I wonder.
The drink
Got a
Sprite?
tent set up. Huh?
The drink Sprite?
That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm trying to see what they're doing.
It must be a sponsor or something.
They are sponsoring something. But the tent is set up for Sprite.
Oh.
So I don't know, they're giving something away.
Well, no, this scene isn't actually that long. I just was rambling about fucking benefits for ages. So anyway,
Giving a drink away, or you just got to go over there and
it's
check
only like
it
a
out
minute
and
long,
see.
I think.
Probably.
I think, no, they're giving Sprite away. I
Oh.
see them handing people a can of soda.
You gonna get one?
I'm too far back.
Um.
And all that walking I did, and I didn't notice it when I walked out the store. I would have got one.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Every time it's studied, in the US or elsewhere, cash welfare systems are better for everyone, local business, the state and the poor. Conservative brain rot.
Thank you, Spencer, for the 325. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Right.
I just don't like it.
I don't either.
Like Mom used to say, just give me the corn and the sausage out of there. He said, I don't want no crawfish.
No.
Oh, he's getting into beds. Look at his socks. Those are diabetes socks.
Yeah, mixed up with the crawfish.
Nuh-uh.
So I had told Ann to tell Dee, to tell Chaston hello and give him my phone number. And anytime you want to call, just call me.
Thank you for watching this short movie. Basically, the reason why I call
Is
it
that
the
it?
hospital experience is because basically that's what I spent most of my time doing, in and out of hospitals. And basically, guys, it was something else. Every hospital was different. Basically, some hospitals took care of me, some hospitals didn't. Mostly most hospitals here in California, I don't know, there's just something about the healthcare in California. But yeah, it was an amazing adventure, I'd say for the least, having to stream on Twitch for income. That was pretty much something else. And living off of Social Security and food stamps was something else as well.
Okay, I've changed my mind. Cut it off. Showbo's getting way too supported. It needs to end. We need to bring an end to it all. Fuck this guy. Fuck the system. Okay? Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
But basically, guys, that's it for this short movie. So thank you for watching. By the time this comes out, I'll probably not be in the hospital anymore. But irregardless, thank you. And you know what, guys? Thank you for all the love and support, and even the hate you give me. Because either way it goes, thank you.
That's us.
And guess what?
Well, it's not really hate, is it?
Goodbye.
Let's go! That was great. I enjoyed that. Are you going over the leadhead thingy next? I'm a bit like skeptical, only because the video yesterday was so boring. But I've got a feeling this one could be interesting because it's about that weird family, like quasi. What is it? Polycule. But I think I will do it.